The Amish living and lifestyle is more like living in the 1800s. I took a bite of that forbidden fruit, like.
Love knows no bounds, but can it conquer religious divide? Let's dive into Forbidden Love, the new show on Discovery, where religion plays a huge factor in the stability of these relationships. The first couple we have is Lindsey, 34, English, and Elmer, 23, Amish. Lindsey is showing Elmer how to brush his teeth, how to use a floss, how to keep his hygiene on top, because he does not know how to do that. He's never learned.
In the last 6 months, I've been married to this English woman here. She's teaching me a hell of a lot.
You guys are probably sitting there wondering, why is she English, right? Like, why is that the case? Well, Elmer shares with us that any person outside of the Amish community is English, even though she is not from England. So there we go. And then he tells us, you know, he was a good little boy before he met this sexy model, but as an Amishman.
So in the Amish, we're taught if you marry an English girl, you're gonna be shunned. They're evil. They're the devil.
Lindsey loves to describe the beginning of their relationship as a bad porno.
Let him in right away, and not Magic Mike, but you got like Amish Elmer.
I don't know, guys, ask her. Elmer shares that when he met Lindsey, it was when he was working with his brother. They were actually fixing her rooftop, and now he was gonna fix something else.
But not funny, haha. Funny, weird.
His brother was like, you know, we're working for this very beautiful lady. And then the moment that he knocked on the door and he saw her, he was like, whoa, 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 whoa.
And all I did was stand there and just stutter.
He was head over heels for her. And then there was this part where Lindsey was like, hey, would you like to come inside the house? And he was like, I would like to come somewhere else. He goes inside the house. They're sitting in opposite ends of the couch because, you know, he wants to be a good boy. But then she's like, would you like to come into my bedroom? And so we think that he said no.
I do remember him saying, okay, I'm gonna stay on top of the covers, and you could get under the covers.
She was under the impression that he was gonna be an inexperienced Amish boy, but oh no, 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 no.
He was really good, had a lot of energy.
It turned out that he was good, and she was super happy about the situation.
You know, it's just a learning experience.
Elmer, I have a lot of questions. Where have you been practicing before? Within a year, they were already living together, they were married, and they were having a baby. Yes, because Lindsey is 2 months pregnant. Elmer would like to name the baby Elmer Jr., and she is like, no, 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 no.
So we can't name it Elmer Jr.?
No Elmer Jr.
What the hell? Why not?
Absolutely not.
How do you guys feel about naming children after their father, like Junior? I don't personally like it because I feel like it's better for the kid to have its own personal name, but I know that there's a lot of people that like to continue that line of Junior, Junior, Junior. So yeah, marrying someone from the Amish community comes with a lot of struggles, and one of those is teaching him how to do a lot of things. And one of the things that she's teaching him is how to drive. But she is scared for her life because this man right here does not understand what lanes mean.
Freaking car coming. Oh my gosh, slow down. Stay in your lane.
He keeps getting into other people's lanes. He drives too fast. He drives too slow. It's just a mess. And another struggle that comes with it is social media. Since he has never had access to social media or a phone, a computer, anything like that, now that he has it, he is obsessed with it. And with the phone obsession also came.
And then when he discovered he could bring up porn on his phone, Elmer would watch all day long.
And Lindsey had to give him an ultimatum.
And he made a promise that he would stop.
These two are on their way to a horse auction. This is something big in the Amish community. And what Elmer wants to do is to flip the horses, create a business. And when they arrive to the auction, remember how I told you guys that because he left the Amish community, no one talks to him anymore, his family disowned him? Well, in this auction, he sees his cousin, he sees his uncle, he sees so many other people that are his family members. No one talks to him. And there might be a moment where they'll come up to me. They'll be mean to me because I left the community.
I gave up my family, gave up my community, gave up my Amish life, gave up everything just to marry her.
I just felt so bad for him because everything that you know is no longer there because you fell in love with someone. Elmer also shares, living in the real world is great. He doesn't have to bathe in the same water that his siblings do. He doesn't have to read using a candlelight anymore. But it also comes with many struggles, and that is leaving his family behind.
I love Lindsey with all my heart, but sometimes I miss my old life.
Later on, once they're done with the horse auction, they go back home, and when we cut back to her, she's in her room going through her phone or his phone. I don't know whose phone it was. But then Elmer comes inside and he's like, is everything okay? Is everything okay? And she's like, no, it's not okay. Have you been watching Corn? And he's like,
Tell me the truth.
Yeah, a couple days ago.
and she shares how difficult it has been.
Porn has been an issue since before we got married.
According to addictionhelp.com, 11% of men in the United States suffer from a porn addiction. So this is a big deal. I personally think that Lindsey feels so taken back by this because his search on the porn websites is about women with big boobs. And she does have big boobs, but she's wondering, is this going to lead to him cheating on me? Is this going to lead to him doing more than just using his hand for your pleasure? Because there's gonna come a time where his hand is not going to be enough, where you continue to feed that addiction over and over again. That high that you used to get is not longer there and you need more. And she is concerned. But I also understand where Elmer is coming from because he's telling her, coming out of being Amish where you're restricted 24/7.
Growing up Amish was hard and oppressing and stuff, and now I come out here, it's overwhelming.
And she's like, well, yeah, it's hard, but you don't care. And he's like, no, I do care. He also tells her, I am working on it. And she's like, no, you're not.
Stop cutting me off, and I'm trying to work on it.
You're not.
3 to 5 times a day is not normal. And he's like, girl, that's not the case anymore. And she's like, but it was before.
Home alone, I'm horny, and I know for a fact that instead you are going and jacking off to porn in a parking lot instead of doing your wife.
That is difficult because yes, I understand where he's coming from. He's never had those experiences and now he has everything here. But at the same time, you're not banging your wife because you're watching porn. I think the best thing that they could possibly do is seek help if they want to fix their relationship because it is so soon and they have time to fix it.
Here I am thinking you have this Amish Christian background. So, he'll be safe. You just proved to me that a man is a man no matter what.
I don't necessarily agree with her on that. She also has to put herself in his shoes on how he feels about having all of these temptations in front of him. But I could understand a little bit where she's coming from because she's also pregnant. And now she's thinking, I'm gaining weight, I'm getting bloated, my body looks different. Is that the reason why he's watching porn? Then Lindsey asks Elmer if she's not good enough for him anymore. She's like, am I not good enough for you? Is that why you're looking at porn? And Elmer tells her that the problem is that when they get into a fight, they don't have sex for days. And he's just like, I need a way to please myself. And then she's like,
Porn, I don't care what you think. Eventually it leads to cheating and or a bad sex life.
it's not a biblical thing. It's just how it is. What I'm noticing with Lindsey is that she doesn't allow Elmer to speak or to tell her exactly how he feels because she constantly just goes, no, this is what I said. This is how it goes. I'm wondering if you guys have seen a therapist in the past and talked about this problem. So back in the kitchen, Lindsey's like, so is there anything else that you're hiding from me? And he's just quiet. He's not saying anything. And she's like, anything, like maybe a horse? Are you interested in that? And Elmer just starts laughing. He's like,
It's definitely a no for me, dog.
Or whatever.
No.
and it's because according to Elmer, in the Amish community, since they're not allowed to have sex, it's pretty common that they'll do it with,
You can't have sex before you're married, and you're not married and not having sex. You're gonna find it somewhere.
I don't understand how that makes sense because that is worse than just sex. Might as well just have sex with a woman. Just have sex with a woman. if you're gonna do that. Like, that's disgusting. And here's what Lindsey tells him that he needs to change right away because she is not doing this. She would much rather be a single mother than to sit here and watch her husband have a corn addiction.
I'm gonna prove to you different.
I'm not doing this the rest of my life.
But it also looks like in the next episode,
And he stopped at that girl's house again.
I got you in 4K, Daddy.
so it looks like maybe the corn addiction did lead him to cheating on his wife. That's gonna be it for today, guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Let me know your thoughts on Elmer and Lindsey. Where do you guys think these two are gonna end up? Did you guys watch Forbidden Love? What do you think about Forbidden Love? And who are your favorite couples so far? I will see you guys in a couple days with the next video on the other couple. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.